Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Dr. Crypto here, and I want to talk about CRO, and I want to talk about crypto.com, and I want to talk about the Bitcoin and the general crypto market. As this picture says, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Who will be the president of the United States in the coming days? It's going to be one of those two, and it's going to bring a lot of volatility to the crypto space and the traditional markets as well. Who's going to win? Who do you think is going to win this market? Let me know in the comments below, because like I said, at the moment, crypto markets are just on tenterhooks at the moment. Who's going to win? But overall, I think whoever wins, I think the crypto market's going to go up, personally. But as we can see here on the daily, that says otherwise. Bit of a mixed bag, bit of red, a bit of green here and there. On the week, it's just been a big pullback. We had a Bitcoin pulling back. We had Bitcoin dominance rising as well, and we had the altcoins starting to pull back quite a bit. But looking at CRO at the moment, where are we? CRO, we are down. I think we're down about 41. We're at 41 at the moment. And we're basically sitting at around about just shy of $2 billion. We're slightly down by 0.6%. Volume is at 5.55. It's okay. You know, it was a bit lower yesterday because obviously low volume at the weekends. Obviously, I want that volume to keep rising. I want it to go up. I want us to be up over 10 million in volume. But at the moment, we're up 26.93%, sitting at 5.5 million. I would like to see that increase significantly. Nothing changed in terms of this area, bullishness to bearishness. Doesn't seem to ever change, really, to be honest with you. But we can look at CRO at the moment. Now, CRO is coming to quite a pivotal point, but a lot of the altcoins have as well. A lot of altcoins have been bleeding against the Bitcoin pairing because, obviously, we know Bitcoin dominance is 60.41%. Now, I think in the coming December-wise, I think that's when we're going to start to top out for the Bitcoin dominance. But at the moment, we can see here it's just been a total downtrend in terms of USD pairing here. But what I want to see is, I want us to push up, get above this node here, and get above that 8 cents mark and create basically an area of support around that way. Now, obviously, we could drop down to 6.5 pence. And if we lose that support, obviously we could come all the way back down to around about that 5 cents kind of area. I don't want us to do that. I want us to hold strong here and make a way back up to the upside. That's what I am hoping. To me, personally, nothing I say on it is absolutely financial advice. I do own CRO, by the way. I own hundreds of thousands of CRO. I own an Icy White debit card as well. But I don't want us to drop down anymore. If we do, potentially a DCA opportunity, I think even now, in my opinion, for me personally, is a DCA opportunity for CRO. I really do think CRO is going to get to that $1 to $2. I know we get some people in the comments say it's not going to happen. I've heard it in many cycles before. It's never going to happen, and we do end up rocketing up, you know. But unless we get a black swan event or something like that, but I think we need to hold this line personally and try to grind away back up to the upside. But we can see what's happened before, where we've had these downward descending triangles. Then we pumped up to the upside, had it again, pumped up to the upside, and we've got a massive one, which I personally think is gearing up for quite a big move to the upside. And I think one of the catalysts for this is not whoever gets into the presidential election. I want to see the Cronos ecosystem to get traction. I want it to pump. I want it to make moves. I want people in the crypto community as a whole start talking about Cronos. That's what I want to do. You know, and maybe, I don't know if we're going to get burns or not, because with crypto.com and the regulatory SEC at the moment, will we get burns? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But what I want to see is a big push on the Cronos ecosystem. I want to see that volume coming in. I want to see people buying these meme coins and everything else what's on the ecosystem. I want to see people on X talking, or YouTube talking more about Cronos ecosystem to get that traction. Once we start getting traction, I think that's going to be good for the CRO token as well, personally. But I was disappointed, like I said yesterday's video, very disappointed that we didn't get a listing on crypto.com for Mery in terms of the Halloween. But we didn't get it. But we have been listed on another exchange. But what I'm liking to see here with Mery is that, yes, we had that big pump. We had a big dump down to the downside. We've had this area of consolidation. We had this falling wedge here. And now we can see we're sort of following this trend line back up. So I'm hoping that we just make our way, gradually grind back up to the upside. Now, if Crypto.com obviously lists Mery, I think Mery's going to make a big move to the upside quite quick and fast. But at the moment, we're just grinding up. I just want us to follow this trajectory line here to make our way back up to the all-time high and past that all-time high. Now, like I said, Crypto.com lists it, or we get some other big exchange like Coinbase, or we get a Binance or something like that listing it, because we know we're on MEXC, gets listed. I think big moves are going to come. So all I'm saying for me personally, I'm sitting on my hands with Mery. I'm just holding tight and getting ready for that big move to the upside. And yeah, in my opinion, I was DCAing around here. So like I said, this was the first time I didn't buy Mery around here. I bought Mery around this area here on this dip that we had, this big dip down here, bought around here. And so far, I'm in profit at the moment, which is all good to see. And I'm hoping that we get a trajectory up there. Now, honestly, what happens over this next couple of days in the presidential election may determine if we carry on going up or down. But we'll have to see. But don't forget, I mentioned in yesterday's video, Chris has given a big thread regarding an update on Crypto.com in terms of what they're doing. Now, for Crypto.com, I'm hoping they can get their exchange in Hong Kong. I'm hoping the app will go live again in terms of South Korea. And I'm really hoping we go full blast in the United States of America. Maybe. I'm wondering if Crypto.com are waiting to see what happens in this presidential election to go full force into United States of America. I'm not too sure. But like I said, it all comes down whoever's going to win here in this presidential election, Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump wins. My personal point here, I'm feeling that if Donald Trump wins, we could chop around and make a big move to the upside. Now, if Kamala wins, I've got a funny feeling, I might be wrong on this, that we might get a bit of a pullback. A bit of a pullback, consolidation, and then make our way up to the upside. Because we have got... Actually, I'll get into that in just a while. So, anyway, CRO, I think, needs to hold its line, and then it will make a way up. But obviously, let's get into Bitcoin and the general crypto space. So, looking at the Bitcoin and the traditional crypto market at the moment, we've just got to bear in mind we've got headwinds for the crypto in November. Don't forget, we've got presidential elections happening in the next couple of days. We've also got the FOMC meeting, rate cuts. So will that be 25 basis points, or are we going to go to the 50 basis points? And also, do not forget, we have got the China decision on the 1.3 trillion stimulus package, which obviously is going to be a market mover, not just for the crypto market, but for the traditional markets as well. So we just got to bear that one in your mind. A lot of volatility coming in, which I like to see. It's better than seeing choppy sideways and that's it. But at the moment, what we could see here is we could see the market cap here is sitting at around about $2.25 trillion, volume up at $72 billion, and we can see Bitcoin sitting at around about that $68,000, 767 at the moment. So we're still below that 70. But don't forget, what we've got to bear in mind is Q4 is generally a bullish month. Average returns is around about that 82%. We could have a quick look at the liquidation maps. This is on the day 3. At the moment, we've got more liquidity, which is heading up to the upside, and we've got strong liquidity there at around about that 70,000, just over 70,000 and 70,468. So there's more liquidity to the upside at the moment for Bitcoin. Obviously, what happens in the next couple of days is going to determine what actually happens if we do push up and grab that liquidity or take some liquidity down here. That can easily change, because don't forget, when you look at this liquidity, it can also change very quickly because people can close their shorts or close their longs. So just bear that one in mind. But at the moment, what we could see here also, there's more, actually, if we look here, there's more longs at the moment at 50.19%. And we can see there's longs here at 49.81%. So at the moment, the shorts have it at the moment, but obviously that can change very rapidly. But also, I want to point out with Quinton at the moment, each US election, we can set Bitcoin's price floor that has never been revisited. So every time we've had a presidential election, we've got the price floor, which was it basically in 2020. Have we got it again now? And then going to make our way back. So let that sink in. That's what he's just gone and said. We also see that Coin Bureau, should I say, 350 million in crypto liquidations has taken place after Bitcoin dipped below 69k. This happens amid US elections uncertainties. The tight race between the pro-crypto Trump and the regulatory-focused Harris has heightened as market volatility. So at the moment, we're starting to see a bit of a pullback because a bit more people are getting a bit more cautious in terms of it's getting more neck and neck with Harris and Trump. Because you can look at Polymarket, you can look at all these, and they're never 100% accurate. So I think everybody's just been very, very cautious at the moment. So, to me, if you're a short-term trader, there's no trade here, if you ask me personally, because it's so tight at the moment, it could go either way. But we can look at the Bitcoin at the moment on the daily. We're staying perfectly, as you can see the green here, that's a 20-year May. So at the moment, we're staying perfectly above that. We've retested it, and then we're staying above it at the moment. And also, we're staying above, obviously, the 250-year May as well. We've got that beautiful downward trend here, which we've basically created a bull flag at the moment. And we can see money supplies coming in Cypher B at the moment. We can see that looks like that's starting to gradually push up to the upside. So we can just close this down at the moment, and we could go down to the weekly. And again, and I've said this before, I've said this 100 times, that we're basically in this beautiful cup and handle at the moment. This is like a 3-year cup, and then we've got the bull flag here, which has been created to be the handle. So we've retested this area here of 67,000. Now, obviously, we could come back further down and retest down here, but I don't personally. I think we could have a pullback. I think if Kamala gets in, I think we're going to come back. I think we could come back. Or if we look on the daily here, we go back to the daily and reset that. I think we could come back and potentially test this area of support around about here, then make a way back up. But I think what could happen is quit this area, just consolidate and make a way back up. But if Donald Trump comes up, I think we might get a little bit of push to the upside, then consolidate and then continue. But we've got to bear in mind is after the elections, what tends to happen is history doesn't always repeat, but generally they will print money, which is going to be good for risk on assets as well. So whoever wins, I think we're going to keep on getting a move to the upside. Now, I could be totally wrong. We could get a Black Swan event. We could get World War III or what happen and get a Black Swan event. That could happen at any point in time. So always be prepared. Always have a plan of action. But at the moment, like I said, when we go back down to that weekly again, and we can see that massive cup and handle. Generally, cup and handles tend to explode to the upside. At the moment, we're consolidating. I think whatever happens, we're going to get that big move to the upside. And we can see what here happened before. We've got that massive bull flag here, and then got the elections there in 2020, and then we pumped after the elections straight up to all-time high, which was at the time of 2021, where we hit around about that, I think it was around about $63,000. Then we consolidated, came back down, consolidated, and pumped back up, and then we went into that bear market and consolidation area. But obviously, we're on that 3-year cycle there, pumped up. That's great. Bitcoin dominance also. Bitcoin dominance keeps on climbing. Could it keep climbing up till December? And altcoins just get wrecked? It could do. We could keep on climbing up, and then we drop down dominance. But as the higher we go, the more we're going to come down on Bitcoin dominance is good for the altcoins, in my opinion. And we can see the altcoins at the moment is in that consolidation area at the moment. We accumulated, we pumped up, we've come back down, we've broken that trend as we can see here, and just consolidated at the moment, ready for a move. So obviously with the Bitcoin dominance going up, we're getting that liquidity being sucked out of the altcoins at the moment and being put into Bitcoin, obviously making it its Bitcoin season still. So obviously that could change at any point in time. So it's all about being patient. Key is patience. Stay safe out there because it is going to get very volatile, especially today when the US opens as well. So like I said, smash that like up, give us a subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to support the channel, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.